What's going on, guys? This is Prince Pyramid back with another one, back with my second lodge tour ever. It has been a full year of Call of the Wild, and we have really updated our lodges. So right off rip, we last time did all my lodges. I showed you everything. At this point, there are hundreds of diamonds and hundreds of rares in those lodges, so I don't really have time to cover all of them, so we're just going to cover the main lodge and kind of get a feel at what the main lodge is looking like as we head toward the next year. So let's go ahead and get into it. And you guys know for the main lodge, the goal is to get every diamond and every great one in the game in here. So as soon as you walk in, I got my 2 great one red deer. One of these guys came off of my solo grind and was my first ever great one. The other one came from the community grind. I think the smaller rack one was actually my solo grind, and the other one came from the crew grinds. This is my only great one, whitetail, 1,700 kills, and I wish I had more space in the lodge, but he is gonna have to be a shoulder mount. In part because I would prefer a different rack on my Great One Whitetail. So there will be a Whitetail Great One grind in the future. Let's see, Diamond Eastern Cottontail, one of the few diamond rabbits I have. Like I said, we still have a handful of diamonds left. That is the ultimate goal. And a lot of them are gonna be rabbits. So 2026 is gonna have a lot of rabbit hunting. Diamond Scrub Hair, another one of those rabbits that we managed to get off the list. I'm pretty sure this guy came in a multiplayer. I was playing with a friend and he had a fresh map. So we were trying to just unlocking stuff and I found him. Diamond Harlequin and a Diamond Mallard. You guys already know we're going to have a ton of Diamond Ducks in the lodge. We have every Diamond Duck in the game. And I think they look great on the wall. They take up space, and they're basically the only thing that looks good on a wall, in my opinion. Diamond Snow Goose, and you guys know we have every geese species in the game in Diamond in this lodge as well. Diamond Cinnamon Teal, Diamond Canadian Goose, and a couple more Diamond Mallards. This whole lodge is full of birds, guys, so we got a bunch of those in store. Diamond European Rabbit, we have a couple rares in here for the European Rabbit as well. And now we start the golds. Gold European Hare, that's still my record European Hare. It is a species that I still need. I've kind of decided I'm going to get it off of Quattro Colinas. I've had way more luck on Quattro finding them than Hirsch. And I just hate Hirschfelden. Right here we got another gold rabbit species that we're going to have to knock out. But I have found some pretty good places on Rancho for them, so I do think they won't be as difficult as some of the other rabbit species. And the white-tailed jackrabbit, the last species we need for our Latent Lodge challenge. So I really want to get this guy in the lodge probably next, if I had to pick a rabbit to get next. See, up here we got a couple more Diamond Mallards, but this is where all my diamond turkeys are. So Diamond Miriams, this is a leucistic Miriam. And then up there, you'll see a Diamond Rio and a Diamond Eastern. The Diamond Eastern was the last turkey species I needed, and we got it about a week ago for the New England Mountains week's worth of trophies video, which will come out later this week. So with that, we end up having every turkey in the game in Diamond and in this lodge. All right, so here's my big typical Great One fallow. This was one I actually got on a live stream, and it is my highest scoring fallow to date. And man, you could drive a truck through his rack. It's one of the biggest I've ever seen. And you'll see on my other typical fallow how this one's just a little bit bigger. Great One pheasant number 1. This one actually came from the crew grind. Was the first pheasant I ever got, and he beat my solo pheasant grind by maybe a few days. I literally got this guy, and then immediately mine spawned as well. Couple Diamond Mule Deer. This is the deer wall behind us. And when it comes to mule deer, I think I probably have more Diamond Mule Deer than anything at this point. But Diamond Blacktail, Diamond Fallow, Diamond Whitetail. That's a 272, I believe. European Musk Deer Diamond, Red Deer Diamond. our roe deer from a week's worth of trophies on Hirschfelden in diamond, diamond axis, another diamond muley, and a diamond Barasenga. And over here we got a couple of diamond Sika deer, and then we got some tar at the top, a rare, and then diamonds. But when it comes to deer, the only species I'm really missing is the Javanrusa. I've killed a lot of level 5 Javanrusas and they all troll. So hopefully we can get that soon as well. Another diamond off the list, hopefully. Let's go ahead. Right here, you'll see the pheasant that spawned literally 2 days. 2 days after the first one. And at first, I kind of thought we may have had a duplicate. From afar, the Morganite looks very similar to the Ruby. And I was just pissed, man. I was like, what are the odds we end up with back-to-back Morganites? But it is different enough, especially when you look at the feet and stuff. So I'm pretty satisfied with the Ruby. It's probably one of my favorite colors, and it really grew on me. So here we got a few diamond red deer, another gold jackrabbit. I don't know how you ended up over here, but you'll probably get moved out since we already have one. But the thing about the red deer, guys, this was my first great one grind, so they're all over the place. They're slowly moving out to make space. So in this multi-mount, we got our diamond red fox, as well as one of my favorite trophies, the piebald gray fox. And as far as rares are concerned, it's this and the piebald black buck, my favorite rares that I've ever got. Ultimately, this will become the Great One Fox spot, I'm pretty sure. Is where I'm going to mount the Great One Fox, probably with one of my pheasants. But at the moment, it's still one of my favorites just because it has that gray fox in it. And here we have the fabled half tar. This is my only Great One tar. I've never gotten one on a solo grind and don't plan on it. I hate setting up for tar. Now, New Zealand made it much easier, but at the time when they were on Sundarpatan was so tough for tar. And I'm not set up, and I don't plan on setting up because we got this guy. And you can go watch the video, but the minute I spotted this guy, you have his butt, the white half of him running away from you, and it is super obvious that you got a great one. Super obvious as soon as he was running away. Let's see, melanistic red fox. This was a level 8. And we got him facing the albino red fox. And I like this a lot. Ultimately, these guys may get moved out depending on if the Great One Fox spawns or when it spawns, if I have space for them. Ultimately, they may get moved to the secondary lodge. But up here, we got a diamond northern pintail and a diamond cinnamon teal. And this is our pig wall. So we have every pig in the game, couple warthogs, wild hogs, feral pigs, wild boars, and our lone collared peccary. Now, this other collared peccary is a gold, but that peccary was the last pig species we needed. And ultimately got him not that long ago. A video is on the channel. Let's see. That is our record mountain hare, another rabbit species. I'm telling you guys, we are going to be hunting a ton of rabbits soon. And I know how tough these can be. I've seen other streamers really struggle to find a diamond mountain hare. And the super rare, the lone super rare, the albino diamond harlequin duck. I don't really know what else to say about this guy. I hype him up a lot. This is my favorite trophy I've ever gotten. My only super rare in 3,000 hours of Call of the Wild. That's how crazy they are to find. And diamond woolly hair was actually the first diamond off of Sundarpatan. And we got him the same day as our diamond Tibetan fox. So back to back, two of the harder diamonds off of Sundarpatan. We got both of them. So what a day that was, the opening day for Sundarpatan. And here we have the Great One Moose, the lone Great One Moose. We got him off of the crew grind. He comes from Medved, and with that fur and that rack in the snow, it was one of the best sights you'll ever see in the game. It looks so good on there. Ultimately, I would like to get one off of my solo grind. I would like to get a two-tone spider rack off of Leighton Lakes. I think that would be my dream moose, but this guy is going to be hard to beat, especially in that snow, man. It looked so good when he was walking through those trees, and the rack and everything, it just matches his fur so well. All right, here's my two Great One Black Bear, both of them Glacier. They do have the different variations, Glacier 1 and 2. And because they are, you know, a little different, I guess that made it worth it. And they belong in a multi-mount together. One of them has the older gray face, and the other one has more of that skull look. But ultimately, I was kind of disappointed that it was another Glacier until I put them together and realized that we got different variations of Glacier, and then they were perfect for the multi-mount. A couple Crocs here. And I mean, listen, diamond Crocs are a dime a dozen. If you want to get out there and make some money, run that coast on Australia and you will find a ton of trophy Crocs. Let's see, level 8. This was a mythical alligator, a albino alligator that we got from our week's worth of trophies on Mississippi. One of my favorites. I mean, obviously it would be cool if he was a super rare, but the fact that he's a big level 8 and we managed to get him for the video was kind of perfect. And also from that same week, our lone diamond alligator. He actually got him from pretty close to the starting point of the map. So, and that was from a multiplayer. So I guess, you know, shout out to whoever that guy was for not looking around too much, because he was literally at the starting outpost basically. All right, here's our Great One Fallow Huddle, and let's just start from this side and move across. So this was the Fabled Hooded Bladed Rack. This was my second Great One Fallow ever. I'm not big on him, but he beat my first one. I hate my first one. This was the first one, the Mocha Spoon Rack. I'm just not big on the Mocha Spoon Rack. I'm not big on the Mocha Fur, and I'm certainly not big on the Spoon Rack. And that's one of the reasons why I had to immediately go into other fallow grinds. And here is the last one. You see another typical, but you can see it's just not quite as big. And that's why the other one kind of has his own spot. But Fabled Painted Typical Rack. The lone rack we need left is the Elk Rack. But I just don't know the next time I'm going to get into hunting fallow. We got so many other trophies we got to go for. Diamond European Bison. Now, he comes from the week's worth of trophies on Hirschfelden. And the whole week looking to put this diamond in the lodge ended up bringing so many other trophies, including this, the melanistic European Bison, okay, the albino European Bison, and the piebald. We got every rare variant of European Bison all in the pursuit of that guy. So that week was pretty productive. And you know, sometimes when the diamonds take a little longer, it's okay because you still get trophies like that. A gold wood bison, the last big species that we need in diamond. I just have not had any luck with these guys on a ski ridge. I also haven't been back to a ski ridge much since the mule deer grind ended. So there's him, there's the woodland caribou, and a few other ones that we still need. Leucistic Cape Buffalo, the second Leucistic Cape Buffalo I've ever gotten. The first one was a few years ago, but I mean, they're hard to miss. Gold hazel grouse, one of the bird species that are remaining that we still have had no luck on, and a diamond black grouse where we've had a ton of luck. So we'll come over here. Max score, max weight raccoon came off of a week's worth of trophies on Salzwiesen Park, and then a couple more diamond raccoons. We actually went from 1 to 3 in a week. We got 2 of these guys off of the week's worth of trophies. So we went from pretty poor when it comes to raccoons to just a plenty of them. All right, so coming back over here, we have our Diamond Grand Slam of Ibex. And you guys, if you ever went for this, you probably know the southeastern one was first. You get them, they're a dime a dozen. The fours make diamond all the time. The Beseat, pretty common, but the Ronda and the Greedos are tough. And they took forever. I actually ended up grinding it out to get the Greedos on my solo map, and then I was in a multiplayer when I found the Ronda. So this remains one of my favorite trophies, the Grand Slam, but they do need an update. They do need some love from EW. The Ibex definitely could look a little better. So that was an albino bighorn sheep, a diamond black buck, diamond feral goat after hundreds, it feels like, level 5s that trolled, and the piebald black buck that I mentioned earlier when we were looking at the gray fox, but one of the best looking rares in the game. Took forever to find him, but ultimately it was definitely worth it. It is one of my favorite rares that we have in the lodge. Diamond blue sheep, pretty common diamond there. And a southeastern Spanish ibex. Like I said, they make it all the time. Green wing teal gold. This is just kind of one that we have to replace with another diamond duck. We have a diamond green wing teal. It's the last, probably the last gold duck in the lodge that's taken up any space. That's not a rare or a diamond. Desert bighorn sheep. So I was feeling pretty good when it came to bighorn sheep. Had maybe 2 or 3 diamonds. Unfortunately, they all came from SRP. So when they ended up splitting the species apart, turns out we don't have a diamond desert bighorn sheep. So this guy was put up as the record holder, and ultimately we're going to have to replace him with a diamond. Probably when I go back there to find the antelope jackrabbit. All right, so there's the diamond green wing teal, diamond nilgai, diamond yak, diamond caper cali, which is a bunch of those, and a diamond muntjac. So the muntjac was the last diamond that we got off of Sundarpatan. And we left Sundarpatan for a while. I don't even know the last time I was over there, but we're going to have to go back because there's still 1 diamond on Sundarpatan. We still have to get the snow leopard in the lodge, and I'm looking forward to that grind. All right, so this is the Great One Mule Deer that came from my solo grind, the Dripple Drizzle Heart Rack. Now, I love the fur. I absolutely despise the name of the fur. And I do like the Heart Rack. It's not my favorite. I do prefer that kind of the typical or the drop tine or even the big classic rack I prefer. But this is like a mid-tier rack for me with one of my favorite furs. And all the furs look fine with the exception of the tiger stripe. The tiger stripe Great One fallow would have absolutely, Great One mule deer would have absolutely ruined the grind for me, but it'll be okay. So far, we have not spawned one. Diamond stubble quail. Supposedly, one of the harder diamonds in the game is a stubble quail. They're super fast, difficult to hunt. And I didn't really go for them that hard. I just lucked into 2 of them. I have 2 diamond stubble quail. Both of them came from multiplayer. So it's weird when you have that kind of luck with something like a stubble quail, and I still can't find a diamond woodland wood bison. I mean, that's kind of I don't understand. Leucistic gadwall, diamond tufted duck, and a diamond frigidus duck. Like I said, the ducks have basically taken over this lodge. Ultimately, that gold duck is a disgrace. We got to replace him. This was the crew grind mule deer. I keep wanting to say fallow. The crew grind mule deer Great One, the pedal puff. And I don't know, is that the typical rack? Is that what they're calling it? Or the drop tine? It looks a lot more realistic than the other racks, and that's one of the things I really like. Ultimately, I do like the fur of this guy a lot more, so he'll probably get moved back into the mount where the Dripple Drizzle one is. And my solo muley will get moved up here. They're just swapping places. Diamond Dusky Grouse. It is the only Diamond Dusky Grouse I have. It's also the first diamond that came off of a ski ridge. And I know they're adding red grouse with the coming map, but at the moment, we're only missing the hazel grouse, which I think is universally considered the most difficult one. But So far, no luck with the hazel grouse, but we'll get him. Diamond Eastern Gray Kangaroo, one of the many species from Emerald Coast that will troll you. Guys, I went through so many level 9 kangaroo before we finally got one that made diamond. And that map has rooster deer, sandbar, feral goats, and kangaroo, and all of them are notorious trolls. Not to mention, I mean, your regulars, fallow can troll you too. So here we have 2 Diamond Cape Buffalo. Now, before Australia came out, to me, they were the best way to make money because they're so slow. So I would run the coast on Africa and just mow these guys down. And then ultimately I would move into hunting geese on Hirschfelden, and then Australia dropped, and that's how I made money. You also saw a couple black grouse back there, but here we have our record raccoon dog, the most painful species for me because I have looked high and low for a diamond raccoon dog. And the only one I've ever found was opening day of Salsweeson Park, and I spined him. And ever since then, I have hunted them harder than any other species, and man, you barely even see level 8s. They're just such a tough diamond, and it is the last species I need from Salsweeson Park, and I do believe I'm going to get it from Salsweeson Park. I've had a lot more luck from Sals as opposed to Reventuli. Let's see, over here, a couple diamond capercaillie. Three diamond capercaillie. Like I said, they're pretty common. I put them up. I don't particularly hunt them hard, but they're kind of a dime a dozen. Diamond gray lag goose, one of the only diamond gray lag goose I've ever seen. I think it may be the only diamond gray lag, and a leucistic gray lag. That would have been a silver, but I did not have my 22 on me, and I shot him with the 223 because I was in a multiplayer and I was not going to risk it. Diamond Tibetan fox. I mentioned this guy earlier. He came from opening day of Sundarpatan alongside the woolly hair. So getting the fox and the hare off of a new map opening day is always special. Diamond lesser kudu and albino springbok. Diamond Gemsbok, albino blue wildebeest, diamond blue wildebeest, another albino wildebeest, and over here is the lone diamond springbok I have. So in Africa, I've had a lot of luck, okay? I have pretty much every species in Africa in diamond except for the jackal, and we have a lot of rares too. You see the dark Gemsbok there. You saw the albinos for the wildebeest and the springbok. Ultimately, I want to replace this guy. It's a rare male Gemsbok, the dark, but if I could find a level 5 that doesn't troll me, that will ultimately go there. And this guy will probably end up in the secondary lodge. But Africa has been good to me. Every time I go there, we usually find something that makes it worth our while. But over here we have our moose, albino, a 300 score in diamond, and a piebald. I still do not have a mela, but ultimately that is the plan, to replace the diamond up there with the mela. Just like right here, you see the leucistic male, the melanistic male. That spot at the top is reserved for whenever I find an albino male pheasant. I have all 3 rare pheasants in female in the other room, but right here, that last spot, if I can find an albino pheasant to put there, oh, it's gonna look so good. It'll be one of my favorite parts of this whole lodge tour if I can ever get that done. Another albino springbok, diamond hog deer. Down here we got a couple diamond pheasants, diamond bantang, one of like 8. Another super easy diamond. I think my secondary lodge has probably 7 or 8 diamond bantang that are just lined up along the wall, and they're becoming a species that I may stop taxing at some point, but we'll see. Diamond sandbar, I think he came from a week's worth of trophies, I'm not sure. And the gold rooster deer, the last deer species that we still need in diamond. and they troll so bad, guys. It drives me crazy every time I see a 5, and the estimate normally doesn't even go high enough to make diamond. He's a guaranteed troll every time I see him. That kind of wraps up this room. Let's go ahead and head to the predator room. Take a look at some ducks. Leucistic goldeneye, a diamond wood duck, another diamond wood duck, and another leucistic goldeneye. We hunted the goldeneye really hard. It was one of the last diamonds we needed, so we ended up getting quite a few rares as well. But in here we have every predator species in diamond except for the bobcats and the jackal. So there's the diamond Bengal tiger. We also have ducks on the wall, of course. So diamond mallard, a diamond gadwall, diamond wood duck, a albino gadwall, ferruginous duck, and mallard. We have so many ducks, but they do make the lodge look a lot better. Over here we have the 3 story wolves from Quattro Colinas. So the Phantasma, the Orogo, and the Sombra in a multi-mount. Ultimately, I would probably redo this and replace the Mouflin with a diamond Mouflin, but I only have 1 diamond Mouflin and I don't really want to move them at the moment. Diamond mountain lion, a gold puma, and another diamond mountain lion. We've had so much more luck with mountain lions than pumas, probably because of just how hard I hit SRP when it first came out. So the story with the jackal, I have only ever seen 1 level 9, and I did everything right. I tracked him for hours, and he ultimately trolled, and I think that's probably the most painful troll that I've ever had, because who knows the next time I'll see a level 9 jackal. Our diamond coyote, this guy came from the Leighton Lodge challenge, I think. One of them is actually the Were Coyote, the story mission one, and the other one was not. I don't know which one he is, but we have 2 diamond coyotes. Here we have our single great one, Grey Wolf. We have not done another one, although another grind is coming just because I want a different fur. I like my great ones to be more realistic, but the Frostbite is almost too realistic, I guess. Like, they blended it up so well that it's hard to even tell the difference between that and just a common, you know? Here we got another bobcat, the gold bobcat. Like I said, bobcats and jackal, the only gold predators left. Diamond lion, that is our biggest lion, and that spot will always be reserved for the biggest lion that I've ever killed. Diamond mountain lion, one of, I think we've already seen 3 of them. So, I mean, they're not a tough diamond. If you will hunt SRP, just hunt the drink times. You'll definitely find a ton of them. Diamond lion there. He used to be the record holder before he got moved. We got a diamond puma here. The only diamond puma I've ever seen, despite all the success with the mountain lions. I also don't hunt parquet to the same extent that I hunted SRP, which is probably why I haven't had the luck with them. And the diamond European lynx. So a video will be coming out with this guy in it. The countdown to getting every diamond in the game. He was one of the most recent diamonds, and I have spined them. I've had them troll. The lynx have not been kind to me, so putting this guy in the lodge was one of the bigger accomplishments to end the year. All right, so heading back out, we have our 2 diamond plains bison. I'm pretty sure I have another one in the secondary lodge, but I have never really had trouble with bison. I never really grinded them at all, but just spending a lot of time on SRP is probably why I've had success with them. Also, I don't think any of them have come from Yukon. I'm pretty sure they've all come from SRP. Gold beaver, where we still one of the few golds left. Have to replace this guy, but I have not had any luck with them. I have not even seen a level 5 that trolled. I have not seen a rare. This is the best I've done with beavers. So we're gonna have to go back to a ski ridge at some point I mean, between him and the wood bison, another week's worth of trophies on a ski ridge may be in the cards. But we'll see. All right, so coming in here, like I said, we do have all the pheasant rares. So, albino female, leucistic female, and a melanistic. So, if we can put a male one of these into that room over there in that last spot, then I would be done with pheasants. I have a couple great ones. I have all the rares. That would be perfect. Couple gold ptarmigan. I don't have either ptarmigan species in diamond either. And I mean, to be honest with you, they were some of the last golds I ever got. I just thought these guys were super annoying to hunt. Diamond mountain goat. Actually, the first diamond I ever got that wasn't a story mission diamond. And the power was going out, so I was really concerned about it because we had a storm come through. But I will always remember that guy as the first diamond that I ever got. Diamond Rocky Mountain Bighorn. Like I said, they split up the species, so I have quite a few Rockies, but no desert bighorns. Diamond pronghorn. Ever since the ski ridge, they've become a lot more common. Albino mouflon. Diamond mouflon. So with the albino mouflon, the crazy thing is I spent a week hunting mouflon to get a diamond. And it's kind of the same deal with the European bison. I hunted the mouflon so hard I ended up getting a albino and melanistic. Here we have a diamond magpie goose. Very difficult diamond to get because where they land is where the crocs like to go. So if you're on Australia and you're hunting these guys, that can really, really make it annoying. They always get spooked by the crocs. So coming back out, you already see the melanistic on the side, but like I said, getting all these guys in 1 week when it came to mouflon, when mouflon had been one of the species that had given me the most trouble, really made it worth it. Just like the European bison, especially when they're all together like this, it looks really good. Here we have our diamond tundra bean goose, which should be the last geese species in the lodge and the last diamond. So if you've been keeping a tally, that should be all the goose species in diamond. And we'll move on to over here. Diamond Rosie and albino Rosie. Diamond Rocky, albino Rocky. You're getting the theme. Over this whole wall was kind of weird how it worked out. Diamond albino for basically all the species, but pretty sure this was the Diamond Rosie from the story mission for Connors off of Leighton Lakes. And while we were actually going up the mountain to find this guy, we run into an albino. So what are the odds? Big Rocky Mountain elk, not my only diamond, but definitely the biggest that I've ever killed. Mocha Moose. So this guy actually comes from the story missions on New Zealand. So if you haven't done it, I don't want to spoil anything, but you can, it all ends with you can take a picture of it or you can hunt it. In my mind, this is a hunting game, but I guess if you take a picture of it, it's possible that he kind of wanders the park. And if that's true, that's actually kind of sick. So, I mean, maybe you should take a picture of it. I don't know. You'll get the story. It'll be up to you, whatever position you take on it. Diamond bobwhite quail. So this guy was actually another one of those diamond surprises. I had been hunting bobwhite quail on Mississippi forever with no luck. And then I go to hunt fox on New England one day, and basically sitting in the water is this group of bobwhite quail, and there he was. Why he was in the water, why he was on New England where I wasn't trying versus Mississippi where I'd been grinding, I don't know. But at the end of the day, I'm glad we can say that we have all the quail species in the lodge. So over here we got a diamond tufted, diamond goldeneye, diamond Eurasian teal, and a diamond Eurasian widgeon. And an albino Manitoban elk, and a diamond. Like I said, everything on this wall, we basically managed to do diamond, albino, diamond, albino, diamond, albino. But this guy was actually from a week's worth of trophies on a ski ridge, and my still solo diamond Manitoban elk. Diamond chamois to go with an albino chamois. The diamond actually came from a multiplayer while I was hunting red deer. And he just happened to be kind of just hanging out by the coast. And I was shocked because I know how difficult of a diamond they can be, especially since they lost their drink times. So I definitely took this guy as fast as I could. I actually took him with the 243 pistol and then left before I got kicked out of the multiplayer server. All right, guys, this is the room that makes no sense. This is where I just kind of put all the species that I don't know what to do with. So diamond caribou, that's the gold woodland caribou. I've only seen one level 5, and of course it trolls. I hate that they added another caribou species because of how bad they troll. And here's the Grant's caribou. So all in all, we have the mountain reindeer and the Grant's caribou, the old school ones in diamond, and then we still have to find a woodland caribou, which I'm sure is going to be awful because they all troll. A piebald level 7 red deer that I got on stream. Couple more diamond pheasant. The pheasant grind did produce a lot of trophies. A level 8 snow leopard, the biggest snow leopard that I've ever killed, ever seen even. Before this, it was a level 6 caramel one that's in my secondary lodge. But ultimately, he will get replaced once we get the diamond snow leopard at some point. I know that's going to be one of the ultimate prizes in the game. So here we have 2 rare European rabbits, the leucistic. Now, nothing about this guy looks leucistic, but we were actually doing the community grind, and somebody in chat, and I don't remember who it was, we actually ran by it. It's brown. It looks brown. And they were like, I think that's leucistic. That's not leucistic. Look at it. Sure enough, I go over there, take it out. It's leucistic. And I was shocked because nothing about that looks like it's leucistic. But I'm glad he's here in the lodge alongside our little demon rabbit that this guy I knew was a rare as soon as I saw him. The melanistic European rabbit. This is all a byproduct of just hunting the crap out of New Zealand. You get the diamond rabbit and a couple rares. I've not had any luck like that with any of the other rabbit species. So over here we have a melanistic, I believe that was Beseat, another Rocky Mountain bighorn sheep, still not a desert one, and is that a Ronda? Yeah. At one point, the plan was with these guys to make a melanistic Grand Slam, and I mean it's still possible. I got half of them right here, and that would be sick. But, you know, until then, they'll just stay here, I guess. Piebald, level 7 alligator. I actually got him in the middle of doing the missions for Mississippi. And, you know, is that part of the map where you can't cross and there's no boats? So they've got to run around the river. Well, there he was. Piebald nilgai and an albino bantang. These guys barely holding on to any positions in the main lodge. These guys are very likely to get moved to the secondary lodge as soon as we find another rare or, you know, big diamond that can replace them. Another diamond blue wildebeest. Like I said, this room does not really have a theme. This is the room where basically we just shove everything, and most of them are like on the chopping block, you know. As soon as we need space, they're the first ones to go. So diamond albino brown bear from the Medved mission. I've actually done this mission twice, and the other one is in the secondary lodge, but it turns out that the score isn't fixed, so there is literally no way to tell if you have a legitimate diamond albino brown bear or if you just have the mission one. And that kind of sucks, because if you're one of those people who got one, you know, just lucky and found one, no one's ever going to believe you. Diamond fallow, another big diamond whitetail, and another diamond fallow. Some of them more common diamonds, as well as more diamond black grouse. Why couldn't one of them be hazel? Diamond axis deer. A leucistic hog deer actually came before the diamond. Another diamond sitka deer, I believe that's 3, and another diamond axis deer. if you guys remember, there was a time in Call of the Wild where Axis Deer and Black Buck were just a dime a dozen diamonds, you know. Miriam Turkey, we have a bunch of them. So there's a trophy on PlayStation for harvesting a certain amount of species of turkey, not a certain amount of species, a certain amount of just turkey, right? So I hunted them hard on SRP, which is why I've had so much success with Miriam Turkey and not as much when it comes to the Eastern or the Rio. But a couple Diamond Cinnamon Teal, another Diamond Rocky, our Diamond Grizzly Bear, which the video is on the channel, but our only Diamond Grizzly, God, they look so derpy. It looks, ugh. Another species that you got to work on, Call of the Wild. It needs some love as well. That is our first Diamond Stubble Quail. Like I said, we actually have 2 of them. I don't know why we didn't go for them too hard, and they're supposed to be a really tough diamond. But that was also the Water Buffalo Diamond to wrap things up. And guys, this has been the 2025 update. The full lodge tour. Man, we've put so many new trophies in this lodge over the course of this year. Hopefully at the end of next year, we can say finally all the diamonds and great ones are in the main lodge. But guys, until next time, I've been Prince Pyramid, and everybody have a good one.